could be a good idea to take a look at the nearest carpenter tracker and just see what it's doing behind the scenes. Mainly when there are like multiple available carpenters. So I started the process of setting up the Steam page today. I'm just waiting on identity verification now, which could take 2 to 7 days apparently. I think beginner island in test mode is what I want here. Four carpenters. That's one more than I would usually have, but... Oh, I didn't actually... Hold on. I'll make a save right there. Didn't actually enable my debug tool. Oh, I could do this for both and give them different colors. This one... Okay. It's a good test as well, see if they get stuck when picking any of this firewood up. Seems to be working okay. Just wondered if there'd be any issues with it not being cleared and possibly keeping the wrong carpenter on there instead of nearest one. Seems fine, to be honest with you. Do I clear them off of those trackers if we reassign their gift? I would assume so, but I'll double check that. Oh, I just overrode my save file. We really need a proper save load system. All I can do is make quick saves. Oh, god damn it. Oh, well, that's fine. It's just more testing. We do need to keep testing everything thoroughly. We're getting pretty close to having a nice build on our hands, though. It is a good, like, it's kind of like the base game, or the core. The core of the game is there, and we can, you know, obviously there's still a lot of important stuff to do before we can just get into all the fun stuff, all the additional content and features, but it's nice to kind of be close to having that core game complete, and then it feels like you have a really solid foundation then, and you can just start adding fun stuff to the game. Certainly takes a long time to get to that stage, though. Oh. Okay. Pretty good. Alright. I was toying with the idea of increasing how much the sphere of influence expands when you unlock expansion stones. How much does it expand by right now? It's a good question. The default size is 30, so do we just double it? We just do plus 30 each time? Could do, I suppose. Sphere range plus 30, and I believe it's the obelisk that actually... Is it the obelisk, or... No, don't we actually have like a sphere object? Where would that be? Do we have that? Oh, there it is. Yeah, we have that. And so... Yeah, this seems... Like, why am I doing this? Question I often find myself asking myself. Why am I doing this? We're constantly checking the size of the sphere to see if we should update the image scale, instead of just updating it when we update the size of the sphere. That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Let's get rid of this. Well, hold on, let's copy this. Let's cut this, and take it over to the expansion stone. Because we do still need to actually check, after we've incremented the sphere range, what is the sphere range. So we now know that it's going to go up to 60, 90, 120, and 150. So it's going to be pretty large. And 120 is 30 times 4. Okay, so we know that this is image scale 2. And I guess this is what, 2.5? It doubles, and then it increases, and then it would be 3. And then it would be 4 times. And then it would be 5 times the original size. There we go. Okay. I quite look forwards to seeing that. It's going to incentivize me to actually unlock the expansion stones, which is something I basically never do. I'm paranoid that my base sphere size is wrong. I know it's not, but I'm just paranoid. Okay, there we go. Alright, well that's cool. We can cross that off the list. Plus we found another optimization there. And that was a really easy one. Like, why on earth would I be constantly checking the size of the sphere instead of just updating that once at the time of increasing the size? I don't believe that's actually necessary, so I'll cross that off the list. Let's have a look at my bugs, my known bugs list. Yeah, Yeah, it's mainly just the bear cubs, really. We did notice that carpenter getting stuck in the woods yesterday for some reason. I don't know what was going on with that guy. Couldn't figure it out. It seems like some very rare edge case. What if it's like, well, no, all the interrupt scripts do is return them to idle. I can't see that being an issue, really. And in fact, in those states, we don't run the interrupt scripts. We run the state condition scripts, and that appeared to be working fine because as soon as they got thirsty, they did proceed to drink from the nearest stream until I loaded the save, at which point they got very confused and started wandering directly into a wolf den. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, because basically in the human create event, I run the update trackers script, which updates the trackers. And so when you load a save, all of the humans will be created, right? And they should update their trackers, and so they should be aware of where the nearest stream is, etc. So I don't quite know what was going on there. There's definitely still some jank, but we're getting there. We're getting pretty close to a. I kind of feel like compiling with YYC even, just for that improved performance and decreased load times. We just have to wait a bit longer for it to compile, but I'd say it's worth it. I'd say it's worth it in the end. Oh boy, I was watching FPS Fridays, John Romero's stream last Friday. I believe today he's going to be playing some Half-Life 2. It is Friday, right? I think so. He was playing the new Doom last Friday, and it was like unwatchable, dude. It was like, oh my god, it would look terrible. The weapons were so huge that you couldn't even see anything. It's like you're holding the gun right up to your eyes like this. You can't see past the fucking guns. They're massive. They take up half the screen. The UI is like giving you a fucking epileptic seizure. The whole screen is like flashing and stuff. Stuff everywhere. And then it's just like Vaseline smeared all over the camera lens. You can't see, everything's just a blur. Can't see anything. And then it was just like, he was just like stood in this place. He was just like stood in a wide open space as waves of enemies spawned in. It just looked like garbage. It's like, this is what people think video games are these days. Yeah, man, it was unwatchable. I turned it off after like 5 minutes. Why are the carpenters not building anything? Oh god. Have we broken it completely now? They're not building anything at all. Well, that's not good. Interesting. Oh, they can't fell any trees whatsoever right now. Presumably they are unable to target the foundations. It would be so good as to climb up and start the rotors. Well, good job we checked. Shit. Just gonna crack a window. A bit toasty. I think I need to get some of that, like, UV protective filtering for my windows because I'm worried about the game's sun fading. This one's always getting hit by the sun. So they're completely unable to... You know, we fucked up. We made it work under some other scenario, but we failed to unsupplied foundations, which is all we had at this stage. Total for frames less than or equal to 0. Responding carpenter store for does not equal no one and does not equal you. And total required lumber greater than 0. Maybe I need to separate those two. Is that gonna work though? I think it's basically just because the store doesn't track the it's like we still want them to be able to do this. If, well, would not be this. Okay, would not be this causing it. Okay, also, okay. Uh-huh. Well, it's true that... Well, this... I have a feeling that everything except this is redundant, and that we should just calculate the total required lumber regardless of whether the store has been built or not. I'm gonna just remove those for now, and remove these. Whoop, it does not like that. Probably needs some of these brackets still. So, like that. Well, I should probably switch back to VM. Did I make a save? I don't think so. Oh, I did make a save. Okay. Oh, what are they? See, look at this. Look at this. They're going to completely the wrong stream after loading a save. Why is that? Why do they do that? That is curious. Oh, interesting. Well, it's because this actually gets executed before their position gets updated. Oh, that's fascinating. That's an easy fix. It's just an order of operations thing. I didn't think about. We can't do it in the create event because that actually gets... So they probably still all exist at like position 0, 0 or something, no? Maybe. Hey, Panelito, how's it going? Welcome back. Actually, well, the position is set when we create the instance, so maybe I'm wrong about this, actually. But we can try something. Where would this go? Let's see. I've kind of refactored the whole load system recently. Look at it. Oh my, we used to have a single script and now we have a billion. Alright, well, I appreciate you stopping by. Where are we gonna do this? It would be in like the human specific load code. We go load instance, load, is it load states? No, not that one. Load states. Can we open that, please? There we go. Load human states, blah, 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 blah. Maybe we put it in here? I mean, it's an option. Or we actually, I don't know, even better, we just put it there. And we put underscore instance in there. Okay, let's see if this makes any difference. It may or may not, actually, because, of course, their position is actually set when we create the instance. Let's see what they do. No, they're still going the wrong way. They're still going to the wrong stream. I think they're going to this one. They think this is the closest stream for some reason. Which is clearly not. So we might just need to... Well, it's not as easy as that, is it? Okay, remove this from here. I mean... It might not be the trackers update thing that's the problem, because they should be loaded directly back into the state that they were in previously. It's as if their target is loading incorrectly. Re-enable this one. So why would they be loading an incorrect target? Because the target object number just gets set when we run the pathing code, as usual. Targeted object number equals target.target no. So maybe I'm loading the target numbers incorrectly or something. Let's have a look at the stream cleanup instance count freshwater minus equals 1. Target no. Global target no. Am I not supposed to decrement target no when the object is destroyed? No? You sure about that? I don't seem to be doing that. I mean, okay, I forget. But that would only affect new instances that get created, right? Because we're just loading. Well, let's check that we are loading the target number for these streams. Save, F5, object, freshwater, target no. So we're definitely saving the target number, which means we will be loading the target number. Seems to just be the streams specifically. Most things work fine when we load a save. I mean, they normally target the correct thing. They target what they were targeting when you saved the game after loading the game. Just seems to be the streams, specifically something about the streams. Well, I better look at the load code. I mean, it's just a basic variable, so it just loads kind of automatically like anything else. Good lord, it's been a while since I looked at this now. It doesn't make any sense anymore. It's just like an orange blob. But I know what it does in theory. Well, that's the bit that loads the controller. This is the bit responsible for loading everything else. I mean, the target number for the streams has to be loading correctly, right? Well, we could check that. Why don't we do something like make it so we can see the target number? Draw self. Draw text x y minus 32 string target no, and then we can actually see it and we can check that it is the same before loading as it is after loading. I'll just start a new game. It's weird because most stuff works fine. It's just the streams. Well, maybe there's other stuff as well, but I haven't found it yet if there is. But it seems whenever they're going to a stream and you save and load the game, they start like going to a different stream. So here we go. These are our streams. We can see this is like 1375. Gonna save the game and load the game. It's still 1375. So the problem is not in saving and loading the target numbers of the streams. So the problem is, what is the problem? It's a good question. Is the human state being loaded incorrectly or something? Let's have a look. Load human states. They would be like drink from stream or something. Why don't I just search for it? Drink from stream. Drink from stream. So they're loading into the correct state. So let's have a look at the state itself. But I mean, it's the target. I mean, there's not really going to be anything wrong with the state, is there? It's what they're targeting, which is this bit. Target object number does not equal no one with target object name. Target object no equals other dot target object. Targeted object no. Target equals ID. That's pretty straightforward. I mean, the fact that this works for like everything else implies this. It's not this. It's something somewhere else messing things up. Here's a crazy idea. What if not everything has a target number? That's the problem. So I'd have to do not is undefined, I think. Target no. And target no equals other dot target no. Draw line. Color x y other dot x other dot y c red c red. Okay, so if it has the same target number as anything else, let's draw a line to it. Hopefully this. No, it doesn't like that. No unknown object dot target number not set before reading it. How it's not is undefined. How do you check if a variable exists? Variable instance exists. With this function, you can check whether an instance scope variable exists or not. Variable instance exists, ID, target, no. I think we would need like a separate if statement, otherwise we're still going to just be checking it, right? Or do we cancel processing if this isn't true? Probably. Probably fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. It is not fine. Definitely not fine. Let's try adding, let's see if another if statement inside of the first if statement. Oh wait, it's a string. Is it not a string? I think you're supposed to provide this as a string. As a string. Go reverse it. And the problem is that I'm just not making this a string. Right. Okay, makes sense. I understand now why it has to be a string, otherwise it is just a variable. And if it doesn't exist, it's gonna freak out. Load the game. There's your problem. Holy shit, it lags to fuck. So, we do have problems with the loading of the target numbers. For some reason we have shared target numbers between objects. Oh, that's not good. That is not what you want to see. So we have to find what's causing that. Let me re-enable this and start a new game and see if it happens on a new game. Because if it happens on a new game, then it's happening like when we first create everything. Whereas if it only happens after loading a save, we know it's something to do with loading. Holy shit, okay, it is happening. I think it's only streams that are doing it. Which is, well, we don't know that for sure, actually. It's only, we're only drawing this for streams. Well, it's only pointing to other streams, though. Okay. These are untargetable, and therefore we don't have a target no or anything. How is that possible? It would be as if the global target no was not being incremented, but clearly we're incrementing it right there. How would it be getting set? How would multiple... Might be something to do with the way the stream spawn system works or something. I don't see how that's possible. Yeah, this is something used in loading, I think, which we're not doing. We have this problem right from the beginning of the game. Wolf cleanup. Wolf cleanup. Why is it still in there? Like, none of the others seem to have that. That could be a potential issue if I've missed. I don't think it's supposed to be there, you know, if we look like the humans don't have that. I think I offloaded it all into that script, and maybe this is one that I missed. So that shouldn't be there. Okay, just keep looking through this. I don't think that explains why it's happening at the start of the game still, though, because that would only be when a wolf was destroyed. Shrine cleanup, it's still there in that one as well. Is shrine included in my? I'm very concerned that I might have missed something in that script, in that function. Because I have to, you know, it's like the freaking the weakness of the flesh. The fucking human in the process is the one part that fucks everything up. What is that script? Decrement object, no. Expansion stone, portal stone, shrine, they're all there, okay. Well, we need to remove that one. Again, this doesn't explain why it's happening at the beginning of the game. Fuck's sake, dude, I missed a bunch of them. So this would fuck up your save loads. Yeah, this would fuck up your like game when you load a save. But doesn't explain. Doesn't really explain why it's happening at the start of a new game. Is Obelisk in there? It better be. Yep, Obelisk is in there. Human, miracle tree, campfire, drum, fountain, tree, mushroom, log, bush, rabbit, rabbit warren, deer, bear, wolf, fox, wolf den, wolf den, hut, crash store, obelisk, portal, expansion stone, portal stone, shrine, waypoint, fresh water. Don't think I'm missing anything. Fishing spots, wow. Delete the whole event. Fishing spots. Wait, are fishing spots in that script? I probably forgot fishing spots. I don't see fishing spots anywhere in here. I knew there'd be something, dude. Expansion stone. Deer herd. Wait, deer herd. Is that targetable? A deer herd's even targetable? I guess. I don't think they are. What? I'm treating them as if they are. I don't know if they actually are, but I'm gonna add it anyway. Deer herd. Deer. My god. I missed so many of these. Again, it still doesn't explain why it's happening at the start of a new game. But this would explain why loading a save is completely broken. Oh my god. Okay, I think I got all of them. Let's do another global search. Global target, no. Oh, I still see one there. Oh, that's the actual one that we want to do. That's the only one that we actually want. Okay. Looks good, but that doesn't explain. I don't think that fixes the problem, does it? Maybe I should just do this with other streams to reduce the lag a bit. It's very laggy, and they only ever seem to. It only ever seems to point to other streams anyway, so. Seem to have like a bit of a cough today. My chest feels weird. Probably not eating enough. That's usually what happens if I don't eat enough. I basically just need to be perpetually eating. Okay, the lag is not quite as bad. It's still pretty bad though. Is it? Oh, did we actually fix it? That somehow fixed it. Really? I need to confirm because we did change something. We need to use the old method of testing. I don't understand how that would fix it. But I'm glad that we did. If it is fixed, I'm glad that we fixed it. How would that fix it exactly? I mean, if some of those objects got destroyed, but why would they get destroyed? Like at the start of a new game. I don't think we destroy any objects at the start of a new game, do we? I'm pretty sure we just create objects. It is a creative process as we spawn everything in. We're not destroying anything. Right? Wait a minute. Oh shit. You're right. That's why it needs to be in cleanup and not in a script. Because we do destroy some objects. We destroy stream tiles themselves, in fact. You gotta be shitting me. Okay then. Well, it has fixed it, but this is still not how we should be doing it. Because sometimes we spawn a stream tile and then destroy it again if it's, what is it? No, it's the fishing spots. It's the fishing spots, right? Is it? What is it? I think it is the fishing spots, but we do it in the stream spawn script. Not that. Spawn the streams, and then if we spawn the stream like too close to a fishing spot or something, we destroy it. Where is that? I'm sure that's a thing. Is it in the populate fishing spots? Maybe we populate the fishing spots after we've created the streams or something. I don't know. Couldn't we just not... Another way to do it, I mean, it seems much safer to decrement the instance number anytime an object is destroyed, right? That seems safer than doing it when we load a game, load a save. Instance exists fishing spot. No, this is the fucking populate fishing spot script. Of course it does that. What is it again? I'm sure there's something like this. There it is. If it's too close to a fishing spot, it will destroy. Or we can add it here. There must be some reason that I decided not to decrement the global target number in the cleanup event. Why would I have done that? Exactly. Why would I have done that? I don't know. I have no idea. I think the safest bet is just to... there has to be a reason. Because that's how I used to do it, and then I changed it partially. I failed to change it completely. I can't think of a reason not to do it that way. It seems like the safer option, because whenever an instance is destroyed for any reason, we decrement the global target number. Plus, I don't have to have some goofy script to do it. Get rid of that. Go through every single one of these objects and add this to its cleanup event. These, I don't think we need these anymore. Am I still creating them though? Because it's not been giving me any errors. I should do a global search for those. I'm still creating them, but we use temporary lists now inside of a function. Those shouldn't really exist anywhere. I can also keep an eye out for that while I'm doing this. One sec. Fountain. Fountain doesn't even... Well, makes sense. Makes sense, because that's not how I was doing it. Fountain needs a cleanup event. If it turns out there's some reason not to do it this way, I'll be pissed. But I can't see what it would be. To me, this seems like the safer way of doing it, and I have no idea why I was doing it the other way. I didn't think deer herds were targetable, to be honest with you. I don't know why we're doing this. We could probably reduce the number of real stream tiles and still be fine. We could probably half the number of them and still be fine. Which would be a nice little optimization if we can get away with it. So it's literally just when we spawn them, I think. Respawn, spawn, streams. We do some sort of a check. Tile count percent for equals 0. I forget what percent means. But this is like every 4th tile is a real one, something like that. We just double that number to 8. We'll get half the amount of real stream tiles. Which is nice because they're constantly like, it's something, you know, all the humans are always looking for the nearest stream, basically. Well, yeah, they are. So the less tiles we have to check, the faster the game's gonna run, basically. Alright, well, I think we're good. What, cool. I feel... Okay, the main thing is that we're trying to get the carpenters working. I'm not going to compile with YYC just yet. We want to check that the carpenters actually work. Oh, yes, once again I released a completely broken build because I didn't test it thoroughly enough. Hey, there we go. They do indeed seem to be building the tents now. That's a bit dodgy. You can't really pick up the trees when there's like a human standing behind it. I don't know how I would fix that really. Or is it just my mouse? It might actually just be the mouse. Oop. Okay. Basically just want to see if they can actually build everything. Might as well just stick it in 8 times speed and... Miracle Fur is in this map. That would help us here, wouldn't it? Can't see anything, so I don't have Miracle Light. Fire. Fire. Fire on the mountain. Okay, they got all the frames built. How are they going to do from here? I'll put some fur in the store and see if they make use of it. Is that a way of testing it? Yeah, okay, they're getting this one built. Nice. The hell are they doing? Okay, there we go. I think maybe the stream is just so far away. Oh, if we had water bearers, that wouldn't be such a big deal. Couple of water bearers should be fine. Put the drum on this side of camp. Help him out. Okay, well, also whilst we're here, let's do a test. Like when they all start heading over to the stream. Actually, they're not going to do that if they have water in the store. We missed our opportunity to test that. It's fine. Just want to see if they can build everything, and then we'll check if they actually still go to the correct stream after loading a save. Well, they seem to be doing pretty well. I'll conjure up a bit more fur for them. Oh, somebody's on fire. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, we're on Beginner Island. There's no bears or wolves in this map. Waiting on more fur. The hunters are taking their time. There's 6 more. I'll let the hunters bring in the last bit of fur that we need. And then we will have confirmed that they can indeed build everything perfectly with all the correct task prioritization and everything. They're setting on fire a lot. Might be a little bit too frequent. Oh, it keeps things interesting if people keep catching on fire, I suppose. There we go. The last of the fur that we needed. There it is. Well, they're probably going to get everything fully constructed on the 12th day. Boom. Nice. I could have helped them get it done a lot faster. Tons of power. Okay, and let's just start a new game. As many humans as possible. And just see if saving and loading works when they travel to streams now. They don't start wandering off to a different stream. Oh, man. I still don't understand. Oh, maybe I do actually. Yeah, the fishing spots. Right, right. Wait, does that explain it? I'm not entirely sure how we fixed it, but I'm pretty sure we fixed it. Okay, let's see. So when they get thirsty, they should go to this stream here. Looks like the closest one. And we will save and load. You gotta be kidding me. Where are they going? Going all the way up to this stream. Why? Still fucked up. Okay, so we have shared target numbers still. This one is 1453. And this one is also 1453. What the hell is going on? What if we start a new game? I think... I think it's going to be fine at the start of a new game, but it's getting messed up when we load a save. It is not fine at the start of a new game. It is the opposite of fine. How the hell is this happening? Maybe I should print a message to the console if it gets decremented, and then we can see what's decrementing it throughout the spawn process or something like that. I mean, all this thing does is destroy fishing spots, and now we have added the cleanup thing. So if the fishing spot gets destroyed, that's going to go back down. My best guess is that it has something to do with this, though. I think a simple way to check is just to disable this, right? We don't maybe, I don't know, try it. If we don't decrement the target number when destroying the fishing spots, then we just carry on. There'll be a gap in the target numbers, but as long as we don't have duplicates. I mean, I'm not proposing this as the final solution, but maybe it'll give us some more information. I'm pretty sure it's only the streams have this problem. I really hope so. I mean, I haven't noticed anything like this with any other objects. Did I disable the thing or what? No? So, okay, so there's no duplicates anymore, as far as I can tell. And I still have this enabled, right. Okay. Yeah, so it's this. It's this. Why is this a problem? Exactly? Can someone explain that to me? Target no equals target no plus equals 1. And then if it gets destroyed, we just subtract it again. I don't know, is it because it's in a while loop? I wouldn't have thought so. When does the cleanup event get called? When GameMaker cleanup event. When does it get called? Cleanup. Note that this event will be called instantly after that event triggered, but the instance will not actually be removed until the end of the current event. This event will be called instantly after the event that triggered it. After the event that triggered it. But the instance will not actually be removed from the game until the end of the current event. For example, if you call instance destroy in the step event, then the destroy event will be called, then the cleanup event, and then the rest of the step event will finish running. This means any blah 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 blah. Well, it should work then. If it's called instantly, it should be fine, but I have a feeling that God, because we can't do both. Is that why I was doing it the other way? Well, we could just in this one case, we could handle it differently. We could, instead of, oh, where is it? Fishing spots. Just, you know, it's just GameMaker things, isn't it? Just GameMaker things. So instead of doing that in the cleanup event of the fishing spot, we could do it here every time we destroy an instance. And then we would also have to put back that script in the load code. Right, script. Loading. decrement object number. So decrement object number would literally just have to do that whenever a fishing spot is destroyed and none of this other stuff. And then that needs to be, it's like, I think it was in here. I'm pretty sure it was in here. Decrement object number instance. I'm gonna close this window. Scripts. Where is it? Is it because I reverted it again? Maybe I did get it right. Okay. Well, we have to actually confirm that this works. Maybe this is a viable solution. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, one slipped through still. Wow, and another one there. Wow, so that's not a viable solution. Okay then. How about we just don't delete those fishing spots? Because who cares? Who cares? Nobody cares. We're just not going to delete them and everything will be fine. Boom. Problem solved. Amazing. Amazing. You can't fix it, just remove it. Okay. We're all good now, right? We're just not doing that. And clean this up in the cleanup event. Beautiful. Wait a minute. I need to confirm it actually works. Why did I disable that stuff? Okay. So, it's not this. There's something else going on. Okay. human cleanup event called, waypoint cleanup event called, rabbit cleanup event called, deer cleanup event called. What? Why? The fuck is going on? Shrine. None of this should be happening. Wait a second. The cleanup event gets called if the room ends. Well, I don't think the room is ending. I'm pretty sure everything is created after the room begins. Right? No? Maybe not. Technically, maybe not. I see. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's fucking annoying. Why would it? Oh my god. I think technically, like, wait, maybe I can. Maybe there's an easy fix for this, but I don't know. I think technically we create everything before we change rooms. Because the last thing I do is room go to. But maybe I want to do that first. Well, when does it actually change? You will not be able to create new instances of after this. Oh, you can't do that. Can't do that. Wait, maybe I should read the rest of it. You will not be able to create new instances of objects in the same event after this function is called. There is one exception if the object you are creating of an instance is already marked persistent. Right. Okay, there's the problem with this method. We can't do this. Okay then. Oh, Jesus Christ. If technically we're still in the main menu, then we just don't run any of the cleanup code if we're in the main menu. How's that? Rune. The runes from ancient times. Wait, so this will also happen if we change levels. This is fucked. Why in God's name would you run the cleanup event on room end? It's the most annoying thing in the world. Or is that only if it's not a persistent object? In which case that'd be great. The event will be called after any event that removes an instance of the object from the room. What is happening here then? We're loading everything. What? We're loading everything and then destroying it and then loading it again? Are we loading everything twice? Are we spawning everything twice? That would explain the slow loading times. Because we create the loader. Is it all in the create event of the loader? I thought it was in the step event. It is in the step event, isn't it? So I thought the step event would happen, yeah, after we've transitioned to the next room. Right? This is all in with object controller, interestingly enough. I kind of assumed that by the time we hit the step event, we would have transitioned to the next room. It doesn't look like that's what's happening. I don't know what else to do except try this. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to overhaul how the loader works or something. But then again, the humans are persistent, and yet even their cleanup event is being called. So it doesn't explain it. It does not explain it. We can still try. I don't know what else to try. We can still try this. I mean, when is this happening? Like... Yeah, I had no idea this was happening. But it doesn't... Considering every single one is being called, it doesn't cause as many issues as you might expect. You would think, like... I don't know what you would expect, because we don't know when it's happening. You've got to wonder why, like... You know... game engines are so shit. You would think they would have this sort of stuff figured out. But they kind of just dump a load of problems on you and they're like, oh, you know, just figure it out. Okay. It's especially strange because the humans are persistent objects that wouldn't be destroyed by the room ending. So, why is their cleanup event being called? What's destroying them? What's causing that event to be called? It can be instance destroy, room ends, or game ends, and the game certainly isn't ending. What's it saying in the console now? There's a lot of waypoint cleanup events, which is kind of what we would expect. Deer, log tree, fishing spot. Yes, so it's still doing exactly the same as it was before. Pretty much. I think the only one that it's not doing is the human cleanup events now. Either that or I just can't find them. Oh, you can search in here. Yeah, no, it didn't do the... Okay, the only thing that changed is that it didn't do the human cleanup events. And those objects are persistent, but it would still do them before without this check. Okay, well, this is a load of bullshit. Okay, so, we can't do this. We're just gonna have to work around. I didn't delete anything I wasn't supposed to. No, good. Okay, so we're just going to disable this because it's really not a big deal. And we just decrement everything else. I mean, we could possibly keep some of them like waypoints, because waypoints don't get spawned, you know, like by the spawn system. They get spawned by the characters later. And I mean, it doesn't matter. We're never gonna hit, like, I don't think it's probably humanly possible to play the game for long enough that we would run out of potential instance numbers, right? So I don't think we need to worry too much about it. But for some things, like waypoints, anything that's not created by the spawn system, we could possibly decrement the target number when we destroy those. But we just couldn't do it in the cleanup event. No, we could do it. That's the point. We could do it in the cleanup event. In fact, we could decrement the target number for anything, as long as we don't do it in the cleanup event, but instead we do it when the instance is destroyed, like wherever that is. That's how we would have to do it, which is fucking retarded, because a cleanup event is supposed to be the useful thing that you can use to do that. But in GameMaker, it just breaks everything. Assuming this even is the solution, I'm pretty sure this is probably the solution. Okay, we need to test it. We need to see if this actually works. Oh, wait a second. I need to reinstate that function. Inside of the load code. Load instances. What is it called? Decrement object number. It's actually target number. I should rename it. Okay. Does it work? There was a reason I was doing it the other way. But I wasn't aware of this. So, I don't know what the reason was. There was a reason to do it the other way, but I wasn't aware of what that reason was. But I must have had some other reason in mind. Well, the problem with... Is there a problem with this method? I don't think so. I don't think so. As long as the number never goes too low, it's not going to be an issue, is it? Okay, that looks fine. What happens if I save and load? That's fine. Okay. Let's wait for them to travel to a stream to drink from it. Save and load. Boom. Fixed. Okay. We just have this like ever increasing target number now, basically. You know, if an instance is destroyed during your playthrough, the target number doesn't actually go down again. The global target number doesn't actually go down. If you load a save, it does actually go down 1 for every targetable object that gets destroyed before, you know, creating everything from the save file again. But anything that was destroyed during play, it never actually went down for that. So, yeah, the target number is not accurate. It's like disconnected from the actual number of targetable things that exist. But we're just banking on the fact that nobody's going to play the game long enough to ever max out the target number, because it's in the billions or something, the maximum number that GameMaker can store in memory or something like that. Okay, well, we did it. I don't think there's any reason to spend any more time on it, like, you know, trying to get it as accurate as possible, going through and decrementing the target number in every possible location whenever an instance is destroyed, because that would be fucking insane. But at least it works. That's all we need. Alright, well, okay, I was hoping to get a little bit more playtesting done before working out today, but it's getting on, so I'm going to lift some weights. It's day 3 of my deload week. I'll lift some weights and get something to eat, and then I'll do some playtesting this evening. So I'll be back in 5 on the phone. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in